Saturday the 4th of October, and we're in Via Garibaldi where there's all these markets being set up. Our little one-bedroom apartment for the week was in the area of Castello. And this is where a lot of residents live, as well as being the place where you'll find the Biennale. The apartment was so convenient to everything. Everything was so close by. The butcher, the baker, grocer, wine shop, fish shop, and local restaurants. And we liked going to Trattoria dei Tosi. Right near our apartment there was a little school, so we were woken up many mornings with the sound of school kids.
Okay, I've got reception, so I'm very helpful with transfer of information. Is reception staff very helpful, especially with local transfer of information. Family-run restaurant on the site, great food and high quality service.
This is a panorama of Venice standing on Giudecca Island. This is what we can see on a beautiful Saturday afternoon, the 4th of October. Looking across there. San Marco. Yes. Taking the laundry from the Hotel Hilton, which is the brick building behind, off to be cleaned.
Oh, there's another
We have to do it all by boat. This great big monstrosity is just going by. It's huge. We decided on a trip to Lido to have a look at the Grand Hotel de Ban, which was the setting for the movie Death in Venice, starring one of my favourite actors of all time, Dirk Bogarde, and that memorable beach scene right at the end of the movie. We We walked along the main street until we got to the beach and the pier, and then we walked up for a while and came across these little beach cabins. The Grand Hotel des Bains was majestic, but when we got up closer we saw that most of the windows had been boarded up. The Naval History Museum was just down the road and well worth a visit, especially for the Bucintoro, the golden model of the ceremonial barge of the Doges of Venice, from which every year on Ascension Day the Doge would throw a ring into the lagoon, symbolising the marriage of Venice to the sea. And what do you know? Gabriele D'Annunzio pops up again with his exploits in World War I, and there are several of his letters there. The other vessel of special interest was Peggy Guggenheim's gondola, which was donated to the museum after her death. Others may also be interested in the exhibits of military weapons and ancient sailing vessels. We were out of the blocks by 10 o'clock this morning and decided to catch a vaporetto down the Grand Canal. We got off the Vaporetto at Cia Resonica at the Palazzo, which is now a fantastic art museum. There were 3 floors with a fantastic art collection and all types of art there. We wandered through the labyrinth of small alleys and bridges to Piazza Santa Margherita, where we had gelati. I had pistachio, and we also had stracciatella. The piazza was full of little kids kicking soccer balls with their dads and people just enjoying Sunday lunch. At La Scuola Grande di San Rocco, we found wall-to-wall, ceiling-to-ceiling Tintoretto. It was just truly amazing. Making our way down the Grand Canal, we came to the Rialto Bridge. Like the Ponte Vecchio in Florence, the bridge was crowded with tourists looking at all the shops. Ros thinks it's amazing the bridge doesn't collapse with the weight of it all. At the Rialto Mercato, fishmongers were packing up and only a few fruit stalls were left. We wandered round the Mercato and watched some workmen on the water replacing traghetti, wharf poles, from a boat using a crane. They did it with incredible skill and entertained us and a small crowd for at least 10 minutes. The Rialto is the area that Tony and Shirley recommended for a meal, and we managed to find Antico Pizzo Risotto up a small calle at San Polo 814. Dino and Antonio looked after us well, and we ate a pappardelle and porcini pasta dish that was out of this world. We headed through a maze of narrow lanes and over small bridges to Car Pesaro, a museum of modern art. Car Pesaro is a Baroque marble palace facing the Grand Canal, built in the second half of the 17th century for the noble and wealthy Pesaro family, and built by the Venetian architect Baldassare Longhena, who also designed the Church of the Salute and Car Rezzonico. Of special interest here is Klimt's painting of Judith, as well as some Kandinsky, Miro, a Bonnard, a Caldor Mobile, and Rodin's famous Thinker, and the Burghers of Calais. We finished our trip along the Grand Canal at Santa Lucia Station, which is just opposite this beautiful church. So what's the day today, Ros?
It is Thursday, 9th of October.
And this is our last day in Venice.
Yes.
And we're at Campo del Santissimo Redentore. The white marble church is in this place, Piazza. And this is the church. The church was designed by Palladio, whose work is strongly featured in Vicenza. It was built as a dedication to the Most Holy Redeemer for delivering Venice from the terrible plague of 1575 and 76 that reaped over 50,000 victims.